Very good evening. You're watching News 9 with me, Akshata. Well, even as the country is gearing up to shell out extra on train travel, hoping for better services, what happened today near Chapra has proven to be very different and a deterrent. Delhi-Dibrugarh Rajdhani Express derails. Tragedy struck Assam-bound Delhi-Dibrugarh Rajdhani Express early this morning. 12 coaches derailed near Chapra, leaving 5 dead and many others seriously injured. 5 coaches B1 to B4 and pantry car overturned in the derailment, while 7 other coaches B5 to B10 and the power car got derailed at Chapra, about 75 kilometers from Patna. The injured were rushed to the nearby hospital. The rest of the passengers were provided with a special train to the Eastern Central Railway headquarters, Hajipur. A case of sabotage. Railway officials hinted at the involvement of Maoist sabotage as the rebel group had called for a strike in the area to protest against the security forces. But the MHA has ruled out any possible Maoist involvement.
I have spoken directly to rail officials on the spot. The Prime Minister has been informed regarding all developments. Even he agrees that it is too early to blame the Naxals. Let us wait for further report on the incident.
Jitan Ram, the Bihar Chief Minister, ruled out the involvement of Maoist and rather attacked the railways for being at fault.
राजधानी एक्सप्रेस के पहले पायलट इंजन पायलट गाड़ी चलती रही है। अगर आधा घंटा या 15 मिनट पहले पायलट गाड़ी चलती और बात होती तो हो सकता है कि दुर्घटना नहीं होती। तो कहीं न कहीं लग रहा है कि जो रेलवे हमारे हैं उनके तरफ से कोई चूक हुई है।
Railway Minister D.V. Sadananda Gowda arrived at the accident spot to personally look into the matter and take stock of the situation. After examining the extent of damage, he announced 2 lakh rupees for the family of the dead, 1 lakh rupees for the severely injured and 20,000 rupees for the passengers with minor injuries.
The reasons for the incident are said to have due to sabotage, and a band was called by Maoists yesterday night, and due to that the incident has occurred. That is what I understood from the say of the people in the site. I don't know, the exact reasons are not known to be. Only the Railway Safety, CRS, Commissioner of Railway Safety will undertake the investigation for the cause of the reasons.
Whether it was Maoist sabotage or was the railways at fault, this will be clear only after the investigation team files its report. A News9 report. And Union Finance Minister Arun Jaitley had a pre-budget surprise for the millions of Indians. He has decided to continue with the excise SOPs given to automobile, consumer durable and capital goods companies. So what does this mean? Here's a report. Cars, bikes and consumer durables continue to be cheap. Excise SOPs announced by former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram when he delivered the vote on account on February 17th will stay. The excise duty SOPs would be in place till December 31st this year.
Considering the present situation in various sectors, the government has today decided to extend the facility of these reduced excise duties to all those sections for a further period of 6 months. That is, they will continue till 31st of December 2014.
Just to jog the memory, the excise duty on small cars and two-wheelers was slashed by 4% to 8%. In case of mid-sized cars, the excise duty was reduced to 20% from 24%, while in case of sports utility vehicles or SUVs, it was 24% against the earlier 30%. Two-wheelers cheaper by 1,600 rupees to 8,000 rupees. Cars cheaper by 13,000 to 92,000 rupees. But while cars will continue to be cheaper, mobile phones will be marginally expensive. In the interim budget, the excise duty was hiked on phones costing less than 2,000 rupees. This has seen a marginal rise of 60 rupees in case of phones costing more than 1000 rupees. A News9 report. Moving on, a family dispute went horribly wrong when one set of family members attacked another in broad daylight. The murder attempt was caught on camera. Well, the man injured in the incident is Mohammed Siraj. The ones driving his car are alleged to be his father-in-law and an other relative of his wife. CCTV footage shows, of course, exactly what took place. Absolutely shocking. This particular man, identified as Mohammed Siraj, was casually walking on the road when a car comes in and rams right into him. It is understood, of course, that the people driving that car were his own relatives. One was his father-in-law, while the other was another relative of his wife. As you can see, one of them even makes a run for it. But an absolute shocking incident. This was a murder attempt, of course. It was an attempt to kill Siraj, but he has managed to survive the incident, fortunately. Well, it is understood that the car in fact belongs to Siraj, and it was his father-in-law at the wheel who was driving right at Siraj. It is understood that the family wanted him killed over some sort of a dispute that had broken out between the two factions. Of course, as you can see there, Siraj has been injured. It looks like he's broken his nose, but fortunately he has survived that ghastly incident. Well, the ADGP Ravindranath issue might have lost steam, but the former Deputy Chief Minister made sure to use it against the ruling party. Here's a report on all the galata that was witnessed in the Assembly session today.
Former Deputy Chief Minister R. Ashok trained his guns on Home Minister KJ George, holding him responsible for the weakening law and order situation in the state.
ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಇಲಾಖೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಸ್ತಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಇಲಾಖೆ ಇವತ್ತು 1200 ಜನ ರಸ್ತೆಗೆ ಬಂದು ಬಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಕಲ್ಲೋದು ರಸ್ತೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹಚ್ಚಿ ಗಲಾಟೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಧರಣಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಯಾರು ಕಾನೂನನ್ನ ಕಾಪಾಡಬೇಕಾಯಿತು ಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಅವರ ರಸ್ತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಡಿದು ಬೀದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಡಿದು ಹೊಡೆದಾಟ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಗಲಭೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾನೂನು ಇದೆಯಾ
Accusing him of not handling the ADGP issue properly, the former Deputy Chief Minister said that the law and order situation in the state had taken a severe beating under the Congress regime. R. Ashok further quoted the editorial in a Kannada newspaper which narrated how inmates of Mangalore Central Prison beat up police personnel and how the matter was hushed up to avoid embarrassment. Asking for an elaborate discussion on the KSRP protests involving 1,200 police personnel, the former Deputy CM said that he would like the House to take up the matter tomorrow post-question hour. It now remains to be seen how KJ George manages to tackle the onslaught and gives an appropriate answer to the House. A News9 report.
Well, even after forming the first ever government in the newly formed state of Telangana, the ruling Telangana Rashtra Samiti is still game for encouraging defections from the rival parties. In a latest move, the party has lifted the veil on a fresh round of Operation Akarsh, but the focus this time around is on consolidating its base in the State Legislative Council.
At least 9 MLCs of Congress and the PRTU are all set to cross the fence to join the TRS. Once these MLCs formally switch their loyalties, the TRS strength in the Telangana Legislative Council will soar to an unassailable 15. This will in turn make the ruling party the single largest party and strengthen the ruling party's chances to stake claim on the council chairman's post. The 9 MLCs all set to jump into the TRS are Bhanu Prasad Rao, Bhupal Reddy and Rajalingam of the Congress, besides Pula Ravinder and Janardhan Reddy of the PRTU. Together with former MLC Mohan Reddy, the 9 MLCs are set to join the TRS in the presence of the party president and Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao. Also strengthening the TRS cause in the State Assembly are 2 MLAs of the Bahujan Samaj Party, who too are expected to be formally inducted into the Pink Party. Indrakaran Reddy, a former Congress leader and the MLA from Nirmal, and Koneru Konnappa representing the Sirpur Kagaz Nagar Assembly constituency are the only two representatives of the BSP in the Telangana Assembly. To steer clear of the anti-defection law, the two have decided to merge the BSP legislator party into the TRS. Durga Prasad for News9, Hyderabad.
And there was a hub of activity at Davanam Jewellers in Commercial Street today as customers came together stating that the jewellery showroom had cheated them. Here's a report on the latest. Well, it was an ugly sight at Davanam Jewellers today. It is considered to be one of the most affluent jewellery stores in the city, but a group is alleging that the store is completely denying them the money that is rightfully theirs. The customers pledged their gold here in July 2013. The authorities of Davanam Jewellers allegedly took the gold, stating that it will be tested, and gave them a receipt for the same. But the receipt stated that they had received hard cash instead of the ornaments. The victims claim to carry all the necessary proof, but no action has been taken against the accused jewellers. They arrived at the showroom on Commercial Street today after registering a complaint with the cops. But when they wished to speak with the brother of the managing director Davanam Jewellers, Ravindranath, entertained them for a while and asked them to wait. But the customers later discovered that he tried to exit the building from a different entrance. Some might question the reason for his escape if they're really innocent. When we finally caught up with the MD's brother, he washed his hands off the whole matter, stating that they had nothing to do with the customers' gold. The customers have stated that every time they tried to speak with the authorities of Davanam to get their money or at least the ornaments back, they were threatened with the names of big politicians. Well, it has been 11 months since the group entrusted Davanam Jewellers with their ornaments. They are still awaiting justice while one of the most affluent jewellers in the city loses their reputation. In fact, even as all this galata is taking place, there is absolutely no sign of the MD